you only listen to one thing I say, I want it to be this. I get so passionate. It's multiple one things. But I love the wrap up. I'm all about summarizing exactly what you said, because I'm a really proud dyslexic person. I'm really proud of my difference. I'm really accepting of who I am. I know that not everything about me is perfect, but I am super passionate and super proud of who I am. Obviously, you know, with the company, it'd be kind of embarrassing if I wasn't. But I jibber jabber a lot, as I'm sure you're probably starting to realize. I can talk for a living. In fact, I kind of do. And so, yeah, sometimes my ideas come out a little bit loopy, a little bit non-linear, a little bit pulling in the big picture. And what I do, one of the skills I've really harnessed and learned is the wrap up. Because when the last thing that you say to someone, they're like, yeah, so smart, makes total sense. Yeah, okay, that really connects. And so if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I just feel like that didn't go very well, that didn't really make sense, the wrap up is your friend. So, for example, what that might look like, I'm going to do it now. So if we're thinking about non-linear thinking, what we got to respect as dyslexic people, we're pulling in from a wider range. And that is something that can be really frustrating to articulate and can mean that there's a lot of things that you're talking about, which can feel really difficult to articulate and remember everything you wanted to say. Now, we don't want to hide that fact because this is our special sauce. And if you try and hide that and pretend it doesn't happen, you'll lose out on some of your special sauce. But what you can do when things have maybe gone a little bit skew with and a little bit off piece is you can just really neatly and calmly go, so let me just summarize that. Let me just make sure that that makes sense. Let me just clear all of that up. Here's what happens. And the thing I often find, the thing that's really critical about this is once you've talked for 10 minutes, you kind of often know what you want to say. You're like, okay, yes, and actually I now have it like here. This is the neat and tidy version. You see how good my wrap up was versus the first version of explaining these two slides? The wrap up is such an important skill.